All right, let's talk about the British scene. I say British scene. This is two very highly rated world level guys. It looks like we are going to get Dillian White versus Povetkin, as opposed to Dillian White versus Andy Ruiz, who we're hearing could be fighting Luis Ortiz, which is a great fight. A fucking great fight that is. Honestly, excellent fight. A 50-year-old against a fat guy. But regardless, it's a great fight. Dillian White versus Povetkin. Great matchup. Happy?
Yeah, I'm happy for now. I would have preferred Ruiz though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would have preferred Ruiz. I think Ruiz would have given him a tougher fight.
Just it's more exciting, isn't it? Ruiz is the guy that knocked down Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua had to change his style to beat him.
Yeah.
There's a story there.
Yeah.
There is no story really with Povetkin, and boxing's all about stories.
Yeah, I think with Povetkin against Hunter last time out, kind of showed his age in that fight. I think we can all admit that.
Yeah.
Povetkin's obviously got the better resume, more experience, and it'd probably mean more to Dillian White to beat somebody like Povetkin than Ruiz. But in terms of me as a fight fan watching it on TV, I prefer Ruiz. I think the styles would be a great clash.
Yeah, Povetkin's almost just a year and a half past where I would want him to be to fight Dillian White. Yeah. If we're talking about the Povetkin that fought David Price, so that's a year and a bit ago. Yeah. Okay, let's see it. Now, a couple of fights later, Price, Hughie Fury, Michael Hunter. Didn't look great against Hughie Fury, because obviously Hughie Fury ran a bit, and Michael Hunter nearly stopped him a couple of times. It was like, we'll touch and go. But then again, he came back well in that fight. That fight was a draw, let's not forget that. Yeah. And Dillian White didn't look good against Marius Vac.
He did.
In fact, he looked awful.
He was, but he wasn't, man, let's be honest.
His mind wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Oh, what was going on? I can't remember.
Oh man, that was.
It's weird how that B sample shit's been put to bed. I'm not going to start it again, people. I promise.
Yeah. I mean, there was obviously a lot going on with him behind the scenes. Wasn't in shape. Didn't look in shape at all.
At all.
Against Povetkin, obviously, he's going to come in shape. He's got this whole situation behind him now. Can look forward, and he can see in his sights the WBC title fight.
Oh, you think he beats Povetkin?
I think he beats Povetkin now. Yeah. I think Povetkin would have gave him a lot of trouble before. But I think he's just going to old man Povetkin, so to speak. I think he's going to rough him up, just like Dillian White's just going to just
do Dillian White does. Yeah, it's not much. I don't mean to be crude by this, but it's not a boxing beautiful.
Nah, he's just going to...
It's just he bites on the gum shield and just fights.
I think that's what he's going to do with Povetkin. Yeah.
What about the other big fight that it looks like will be made in May? It was supposed to be in February. It keeps getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And that's DERECK CHISORA versus OLEKSANDR USYK. I'm getting to the point, and I made a video about this, where I'm actually concerned that we don't get to see the Usyk we thought we were going to see. Yeah. I mean, he's had one fight since November 2018 where he beat Tony Bellew, one. Yeah. Whereas prior to that, I think he had like 6 fights in 2 years. Yeah. What's going on with Usyk? I mean, should we be concerned?
I think so, a little bit. I mean, what's the hold up with the announcement of this fight?
They're trying to say he's got an elbow injury and they want it just to heal properly before they even announce it, just so we can get the exact date he's going to come back.
I mean,
maybe he's just going for a cycle or something.
I'm hoping that he's not, I'm hoping that his body's not worn out at this stage now.
Yeah.
There's a lot more for him to give, especially we all want to see how he gets on in the heavyweight division. Maybe he just wants to be 100% ready for Chisora, because he's going to need to be.
It's funny because we're starting to get this now where you're seeing these guys that had massive amateur careers. Lomachenko all of a sudden started to get a few injuries. Yeah. Golovkin looks a lot tired. I know he's been in tough fights, but he looks tired. Again, these are guys that had 300-400 amateur fights. Yeah. And they go into the pros and it's like their body wears down quickly. Yeah. And I wonder if OLEKSANDR Usyk trying to pile on the extra muscle, a stone and a half I'm hearing, I just wonder if his body's like, I can't do this.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Does Chisora cause an upset in that? This version of Chisora?
Not for me.
No, I agree.
Not for me. I think that Usyk's a bad style for him.
Yeah.
Chisora is...
How well was Chisora done to even be in this conversation?
He's done very
well. I think, 8 or 9 losses?
Yeah.
And he's still relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he deserves it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's come back and he's... the crowd are like... I was there, obviously, when we did the fan camps for Taylor Prograde.
Yeah.
Everybody was there for Chisora. I mean, the majority of the crowd there were there for him, and he delivered a spectacular knockout that night. I think he's just like, since the link up with David Haye, we all questioned it at first, but he's, to be fair, he's come out of it as a new man.
He's come out of it as a new man, and I do wonder if Dave Coldwell's going to be back in. I mean, obviously, wasn't with Dave Coldwell for the last performance against, I think it's Artur Spilka. Yeah. Done well in that fight, got the knockout.
Probably not, I think maybe the distance where Coldwell's based and...
That's fucking ridiculous, by the way. I heard that, and where's Coldwell based? Sheffield? Where's it? Sheffield? Doncaster? Yeah. I think?
It's up north, Midlands, Yorkshire.
I mean, what are we talking? How many hours are we talking? 4?
Yeah, if that.
If that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I find that ridiculous. I think there's another reason for that. I'm not having the traveling distance as a problem. I mean, there's some fighters that cross states in America to train, and we're talking about a 4-hour drive. You can't train.
Was around that time, was Coldwell training somebody else?
Coldwell had a few people. I think he had Hopi Price. Obviously, Anthony Fowler was with him as well. And he was like, Coldwell was like, I can't leave those guys to come and train you privately, but you can come up and train within those guys.
He wouldn't do that.
It was like, you know, Chisora was like, fuck, I'm fucking Del Boy. Or I'm more Chisora. I ain't doing that.